So here is the week, just coming off the week where my back was really sore. We decided we're just going to take it nice and easy. Starting off the week with some front squats. Also, don't mind me, my allergies have been so bad the last little bit, so I might be a bit sniffly today. But yeah, this week, like I said, just taking it easy. Some front squats at 110, I believe. These are feeling really strong. Cut back the amount of days I was training this week and cut down the intensity as well. And by the end of the week, I was feeling way better. So it was definitely something I needed. And where I was failing with 80 kilos, pulling on 80 kilos in the snatch before, I was doing just fine this week. Back just needed some serious rest. And I got to keep a monitor on it, more or less. Well, just managing the fatigue and getting it stronger, because that's ultimately what's going to make it better, is just having a stronger back. I'm doing these band-assisted pull-ups just so that I can get more pull-ups in. Last summer I was able to do maybe like 15 at a time. I was also a bit lighter then, and but my pull-ups were definitely, I was able to do a lot more. So my goal is to be able to do 20 in a row, but slowly building it back up. I think I can do 8 unassisted at the moment, and then build it up to 10, and then 15, and then eventually get to 20. Love pull-ups for lats and just like upper back strength. And then some weighted pull-ups. Just have some small plates in the backpack there on a little deficit. I'm interested in trying to get my feet up a bit and see how that changes the pull-ups. And then some knee raises. I like to do leg raises, but there's not enough, like the squat rack is too short, so there's not enough like distance for me to extend my legs. So doing what I can to get some core work in. Very important stuff, just for overall stability. And then this is my last set of pull-ups, or push-ups, my bad. And this one I took all the weight off and just trying to do as many as I can. But my shoulders and my elbows and like upper body like stability has been feeling really good while doing these. And I've been adding in bench press as well. And I can tell that it's making a big difference in like my pressing strength, just because I can get a bit more load on the bench press than I can in like a strict press. So some back squats the next day. So total is like 4 training sessions, where I've been doing 5 normally. So I might just need to back off the overall like total amount of sessions I do in a week. And that'll probably help recuperate my back a bit more too. Drop it down to 3 or 4. And then once that's feeling better, can bring it back up to 5 sessions a week. But yeah, all these were feeling really good. Those squats felt strong. It was only 115 kilos. Again, like I said, dropping back the intensity, the load a bit. Up to 90 kilos for these pulls, these deadlifts. And I really like these deficit ones. Definitely want to keep doing these for sure. And then some hip thrusts. And I really like these. And it's going to be a big help for me, considering that my glutes, like I've been hearing from everybody that my glutes are like my weak point. So I'm going to be doing these a lot. And get my glutes up, get them as strong as my legs are. And yeah, just get them built up. And I think that'll make a big difference for sure, especially like the amount of fatigue on my lower back. And every time I do them, I can always tell I'm doing something. Like I always get a good training stimulus from them. And then some overhead press. Also want to be doing this a lot more, once or twice a week. Just get my overhead much stronger. And I can already feel it making a difference doing some more strict press every week. And I know a couple of you guys have been asking about like my accessories and stuff I do. I really like these single arm dumbbell rows. They're really good for grip, especially like as you start using heavier weights. And I feel like you get a really good stretch on the lats. So I usually just do those alongside my pull-ups. And then the next day I did some snatches, some triples with 70 kilos. Again, nothing heavy, nice and light. But those ones are feeling really, really good. Back wasn't too fatigued or anything. Some nice snatches. Yeah, like 3 sets of 3, 70 kilos. Not bad at all. Was feeling pretty solid there. Or it might have been more, it might have been like 4 sets. I can't remember. But it's weird not being with my coach in person anymore, because he'd always be there to give me like some instant feedback, which is very helpful. And sometimes I can't always feel, where I'm going wrong. I've been getting better at feeling like if the bar's out or close. And usually that's like the biggest thing for me, is keeping the bar nice and close, and that usually fixes most things. But sometimes it's not always that. Got to focus on pushing with my legs, keeping the bar close. Some rows. I like these. Keep your back in an isometric kind of contraction, and then able to work the lats with the rowing. And then here's some bench. I've been adding this in a lot more as well. And whenever I can't do a decent amount of pull-ups, I'll throw in a set just to failure of these lat pull downs. Just working on getting that upper back nice and strong, the arms nice and strong. Really stretch the lats, get a good contraction. When I do my accessories, I'm trying to just do 1 or 2 sets to failure, pick a decent weight, and focus on the stretch, try to do slower reps. Of course, I wasn't doing them super slow on this set, but these last few, I really made sure to do a nice slow eccentric and just make the most out of these accessories. I don't want to be doing like fluff work. I want to make them really count. And some more weighted pull-up, or I keep calling them pull-ups, or weighted push-ups. Yeah, I really like these ones. Doing these alongside the bench, just really feel like my chest is getting stronger, and my triceps, my shoulders feel pretty good. Definitely recommend. If you can get a backpack or something, just throw some weights in there, and doing these feels really good. And the last day of the week, did some power clean and 2 power clean, 2 power jerk, or not power jerk, just split jerk. Kind of do something a little more intense than I had been doing the rest of the week. And overall felt pretty solid. Like my lower back wasn't getting angry at me or anything. Just felt strong. Felt fast. Yeah, it was good. Split jerks are feeling really solid. I was using a kind of a new cue in my brain, just thinking about driving up the bar to like my eye level and then splitting under. The timing felt really good doing that, so I think that's something I'm going to try and keep in mind a bit more. Driving up to the eyes and then splitting. Of course, it's a lot harder to do once you get to heavier weights, but we'll see how much of a difference I can make in my lifts. And then kind of adding in a bit more unilateral leg exercises. I find these really help whenever I have like a pain on one side. I remember I was having this really bad back pain in my kind of like my right lower back for a while. I started adding in a bit of like unilateral exercises. I wasn't doing split squats like these, but some like lunges, walking lunges, things like that. And it really, really helped. And it might have just been the fact that I was doing some accessories that targeted that region that made it help, or that helped it. But always good to get some unilateral work in and work on imbalances or whatever it may be. Just a different training stimulus in general. So feels good to switch things up. And then did these staggered stance RDLs. Overall, was a very good week of training. I remember these gave me a wicked back pump after just like 3 sets. Not even a heavy weight, but was a good week of training. Back felt good and ready for next week. Thanks for watching.